For more than 40 years, Senior Services has helped older people live independently and, more importantly, productively in their own homes. That's not only a good thing for seniors, but it's a good thing for you, too, especially when you take into consideration that 1 year of Meals on Wheels for one senior costs about $1,400. Compare that to $38,000 a year to keep a senior in a Medicare-funded nursing home, and you can quickly see the benefits. We recently talked to a longtime volunteer about why she stayed with the program so long.
Doing something for other people was very healing. Hi, Mayola.
Good morning.
Here's your meal.
Thank you.
And Georgia Chandler should know. She's been delivering Meals on Wheels for 36 years.
It was just natural for me. I like people.
The Meals on Wheels program gives seniors a chance to stay in their own homes by providing them with a warm, healthy meal. But those meals wouldn't get to the people who need them if it wasn't for volunteer drivers like Georgia. She says this program has made a huge difference in her life, too. It all started back in 1973.
I had a 13-year-old son who was home that summer, and I thought, well, that's something Robert and I could do together.
Although Robert only delivered meals that one summer, Georgia never stopped.
I need an 8 and a 10. Once I got into it, I thought I probably would do it as long as I was able to do it, because it's a wonderful way to help in the community.
At 85 years old, she's older than most of the people she delivers to. She says she thinks the program has helped keep her young.
You learn to realize that just because someone may have a physical problem, it doesn't mean that they should be put on the shelf.
Georgia is one of 200 volunteers who serve about 950 meals to shut-ins and people in need here in Wichita. For half the people who get these meals, delivery people like Georgia are the only people they see all day. It's not just the food, but human contact that makes a difference for them.
And then I had this sweet gentleman at Shady Brook who called me his girlfriend.
Believe it or not, it's not unusual for drivers like Georgia to keep meal recipients out of harm's way, too. A few years back, she found one of her recipients in distress.
We knocked, and I often will knock on a window, and when I went over to the window, I could hear her calling. And bless her heart, she had fallen in her bathroom in the night and was still there on the floor.
At that point, it was around 11 o'clock the next day. Imagine what might have happened had Georgia not found her when she did.
There you go. Chocolate milk today. Okay. All right.
Georgia says she loves the fact that she feels like she's making a difference.
You know, it's just fun. I like to do it.
Was sacrificed for us. Now, do you remember what John the Baptist said when he saw Jesus coming to him? He said, "Behold the Lamb of God." I enjoy very much the people that come here, and it's just been an inspiration to me to have them come to class and have the fellowship. But I appreciate Donna and the facilities. It's wonderful to have a place so we know we can meet regularly.
Lee Parcell is a regular at the Orchard Park Senior Center. This 98-and-a-half-year-old author first came to the center about 10 years ago.
I came first for the exercises because my husband was not feeling real well, and the exercises were just what he needed.
She loved the center so much that she just kept finding new classes she wanted to take.
I even took line dancing.
Then she found out there was a Bible class as well. And when the teacher became ill, Lee took over. Lee even started a new program here. In her younger years, she was a missionary in Africa. Recently, the women of Orchard Park got together to make sundresses to send to African children who have lost their parents.
But so many have died in the wars and with AIDS that there are thousands of orphans left. And of course, if you have a bunch of orphans, you have to have some way to clothe them. And I think it's just great. These women have got a very simple, easily made pattern that will be very adequate and very pleasing out there. And they make them in these bright, cheerful colors that the Africans like. I'm sure that there will be shouts of joy when they get to open these packages and see all these wonderful clothes that have been made for them.
The orphans aren't the only ones who are benefiting from this, though. So are the seniors themselves.
It certainly helps the seniors. It gives them something that's exciting, interesting, gives them a chance to use their skills. It'll give them something to remember that they've had a real part in missionary work, even in a far country. So I think that's doing them a lot of good.
There are also classes for those who like to read, those who enjoy making crafts, and even those who love to take part in sports.
Good morning, Alzheimer's Association. This is Candace. How may I direct your call?
Senior Services also helps find jobs for seniors who want to continue to work past retirement age. As Americans continue to live longer, employers are benefiting from their skills, reliability, and experience. Last year, the Senior Employment Program found jobs for 510 of its 720 clients. Candy was one of those clients. Candy is a retired teacher who needed a supplemental income to help pay for her health insurance.
Plus, I was bored. The reality of it. I was sitting at home and watching television and playing on the computer and decided that I really need to do something besides just do that.
Senior Services helped Candy find this part-time job as a receptionist at the Alzheimer's Association.
I feel valued again, and I'm having fun, and I enjoy getting up and coming to work, and I'm giving back.
Because of some other obligations, Candy can only work part-time, so she shares that job with another Senior Services employment client named Rose Strickland. Before she retired, Rose was a district manager for a commercial maintenance company. Back then, she even preferred to hire older employees.
Because I knew they had good work ethics. They're more mature and they've been around.
Her current employer at the Alzheimer's Association agrees.
I think that we do find that the older population is a little more dependable. They want to work.
Senior Services has a number of other programs that are making a difference in the community as well. In-home respite care supports the primary caregiver of a dependent elder, so that caregiver is able to take a much-needed break. Information and Assistance on Aging matches callers with over 600 aging-related programs and services, both locally and nationwide. The Roving Pantry takes grocery orders over the phone, then shops for and delivers the groceries to homebound seniors who are not able to travel to the store on their own. And Neighborhood Connection matches volunteers with low-income seniors who need help with household tasks and home maintenance.
It's a good agency. Having been on the board that long, I know that they're cautious with the way they use their money.
I think it gives hope to people that maybe weren't doing anything. They're just sitting around doing nothing. There's all kinds of things that can help you grow as a person, because you just because you're getting older doesn't mean you're, not worth anything.
I think a lot of it is self-respect, or knowing that you're responsible and you can still contribute to society.
It gives people that have time on their hands and don't know what to do when life is boring. It gives them some interest, all kinds of interest that keep their their lives interesting and much younger, yes, too.
And it's very important to our city.
I'd like to keep coming for years.
And I'll bet she does, too. By giving seniors a place to gather to interact with each other, it keeps them not only happier, but healthier, too.